An SEC championship game loss could be the nail in the coffin for the Alabama Crimson Tide, despite what the College Football Playoff Committee says. Stick around. Let's talk about it. This is Way Offside. 3, 2, let's go. Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome into Way Offsides. Alabama takes its second regular season loss, its first SEC conference loss, throwing the SEC championship game into pure chaos. Who knows who's going to play in that game, to be honest. But right now, as of today, the betting favorites would be Alabama and Texas A&M, or Alabama and the Georgia Bulldogs. Alabama, even with the one conference loss, finds itself still in pretty good position to play in the SEC championship game and the college football playoff, assuming they're able to go to Jordan-Hare and beat the Auburn Tigers on the road. Now, that's a big task. We all know that. We'll talk about that in another video. However, let's talk about the SEC championship game. I don't know that I want Alabama to play in this game. I'm going to tell you why. We're going to get there. But before we do, sound off in the comment section below. Let me know, should Alabama play in the SEC championship game? Should there even be an SEC championship game anymore? As well, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Whenever you subscribe, it's free, and it helps keep the show free for you. Should Alabama play in the SEC championship game? My gut is saying no. My gut is saying no for several reasons. First and foremost, this is under the assumption that Alabama is going to beat Auburn in Jordan-Hare. We will do a whole nother video on that. That will come out tomorrow. However, so let's work under that assumption. I know not everybody's going to be happy about that, but we're going to work under that assumption just for the sake of argument here. Alabama has 2 losses. One of those is a very bad loss to a very bad FSU team. I get it's early in the season. Now, the College Football Playoff Committee has said that they're not going to penalize people for SEC championship game, conference championship losses, this and that. I don't believe them. I do not believe them, because you're going to get in a situation where Alabama is going to be, their record's going to be held up against, Notre Dame, Miami, blah, blah, blah. Assuming everybody wins out with 2 losses, everybody finishes with 2 losses. And Alabama would finish with 2 regular season losses and a championship game loss. So technically they would have 3 losses. Now, if Alabama were to go play Texas A&M, right? Texas A&M is the kind of team that could give Alabama a ton of fits. They've got a really good defense, mobile quarterback. He can throw, he can run, do all these things. If they were to beat Alabama by 10 to 14 points, the narrative, you better believe, despite what the College Football Playoff Committee has said, that would give them the easy out to leave Alabama out for somebody else. I'm telling you right now, even if Alabama lost by a touchdown in that game, they would still be a very, very big talking point in the media, and you would have a lot of influential people who voices saying that Alabama shouldn't make the college football playoff, and they would point back to that week 1 loss, losing conference championship, losing at home now to Oklahoma, who, by the way, Oklahoma 4-1 against like true road games or whatever, like crazy stats. Anyway, I digress. So I don't see the benefit of playing this game. I really don't, especially if you're not going to get a first round bye, which Alabama's likely not because of the Oklahoma loss. So if you can sit at home, get another bye week, basically, is essentially what you're looking at. Get healthy, practice, watch film, get better, whatever it is you need to do before the playoffs start. Why would you not want to do that? Now, based off of what I saw yesterday, the gleaming problems that still exist for Alabama that have been there all season long, I don't think Alabama is going to make a significant playoff run anymore. I don't have confidence in it. I don't have faith in it. For me, my mentality is make the playoff, and that's good enough right now. Right. I don't think Alabama can go up against an Ohio State or somebody like that and have a chance of winning the game. Could be entirely wrong. This team is night and day sometimes. They may make the playoff and play with their hair on fire. But again, just looking at trends, a lot of the things that fans have been frustrated about over the season caught up with Alabama yesterday at home during homecoming, I might add, in that second season loss to Oklahoma. Um, so make the playoff, right? Alabama can do that without playing in the SEC championship game. So why not? I don't think there's any prestige in winning the conference anymore. I know a lot of people have that old mentality of, yeah, you want to win the SEC, you want to be. Alabama won the SEC a couple of years ago. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. You know what they talk about? They talk about Alabama losing to Michigan in the Rose Bowl. So I just sure it adds another trophy in the trophy case. All of these things, but I just don't know that. First of all, I don't see a situation in which Alabama goes to the SEC championship the way they're playing right now, the way they go to the SEC championship and win. If it's Texas A&M, I don't think Alabama beats them. If it's Georgia, I don't think they're going to beat the Georgia the way this Georgia team's playing right now. Not trying to crap on Alabama. I'm just trying to be realistic because I mean the defense is playing fantastic. Alabama's defense looks great. Offense has regressed tremendously. It wasn't great to start with. Running game's not there. Offensive line issues. Alabama can't kick. So yeah, I just don't see a situation. Why play the game? Why risk injury to significant players? We're seeing game in and game out guys getting banged up. Like Sierra Brooks was banged up a little bit yesterday. Jeremy Bernard was banged up. Isaiah Horton was banged up against LSU. Like, stay home, get healthy, and win your first round game. Do I expect Alabama to win 4 college football playoff games in the national championship? No, I don't. Could I be absolutely wrong? Sure, I'm wrong all the time. We all are, right? But I just don't see the benefit of playing that game. I especially with moving forward, the conference going to 9 conference games. Hell, they don't even have a solid formula for picking who's going to play in this game right now because the SEC is you've got so many one-loss teams. You've really got to bank on it getting cleaned up during rivalry week. There's teams that have already finished their conference slate. There's teams who still have 1 conference game left. There's teams that still have bye weeks coming up. Like they don't really know who's going to play in the game because it's such a mess, right? It was pretty clear cut until yesterday when Oklahoma beat Alabama, but you know, if Texas beats Texas A&M, then all of a sudden it's going to be Bama, Georgia. Assuming Bama beats Auburn, if Georgia, I think Georgia's done with their conference slate, so they're basically a lock. If A&M loses, you've got Ole Miss potentially in there. It's wild. It's wild and crazy, yeah. Wild and crazy, yeah. But I don't see why Alabama should be playing in an SEC championship game. Honestly, I don't see why the game should be being played. Period. Other than it guarantees, doesn't it guarantee your winner a college football playoff spot? Not a top 4 seed, but you're guaranteed a college football playoff spot. But outside of that, I don't think the SEC needs that help anyway. So, I mean, we've got so many teams in contention for the game and a playoff spot right now that the game could potentially hinder every one of them except for Texas A&M, who hasn't lost a conference game yet. So I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I don't see the value in an SEC championship game anymore. Obviously there's the money side of it. There's a lot of money to be made. That's not what we're talking about here. I'm talking about for the team's well-being, specifically Alabama's well-being. So I'd love to hear what you've got to say about it. Thanks for sticking around with me. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. I know everybody's upset. Alabama lost. Guys, everything's still in front of the tide. We've got basketball coming up. This recruiting class coming in is fantastic. I do believe that Alabama is I think that as the staff grows more and more comfortable with bringing in their guys, you're going to see a different product on the field. So don't give up on them yet. Don't give up on the content creators yet. We still have fun with us. We're fans just like you. We hurt just like you, but it's all right, man. It's okay. The sun's going to come up tomorrow again too. I promise. So, as always, say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, horns down, beat Auburn, and LSU, and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.